Hi, I'm Steve Mitchell from The Modern Gentleman at www.themichelli.com, and today in this episode I'm going to talk to you about why the modern gentleman should have a pair of classic leather Oxford shoes. Right, so before we start, what are Oxford shoes, right? So before we start, I'll take out my shoe trees. Shoe trees are very important for shoe care, but I'll cover those in another episode. So you need to understand what makes a shoe more formal, less formal. And there are two elements to this. The first element is the thickness of the sole. So you can have a very smart shoe, for example a brogue, the shoes with all the holes punched in, and if they have a thin sole they're considered more formal. If they have a thick chunky sole, a bit like a country brogue, they're less formal. You're going to wear them in more casual environments. And the Oxford shoe has a traditionally quite a thin sole, but as we've said, thickness will vary. So what we're talking about here is a thin leather sole. The second element that determines how formal a shoe is how easy it is to get on and off. If you think of loafers, you think of moccasins, slip-on shoes, so because they're so easy to get on and off, they're considered least formal. So you could wear those to a dress down Friday, business casual, even weekend casual, and you're going to look fine. But you wouldn't really want to wear a pair of moccasins or loafers to a formal wedding or a funeral or an interview. The intermediate step are going to be derby shoes, and with derby shoes, where the laces are attached to the shoe, they're actually stitched on top of the vamp, and the vamp is this section at the front. So what will happen is the whole front of the shoe will open up, and you might hear the term, especially on my blog, open laces or versus closed laces. If you have a look at my article, Oxfords versus derby shoes, that I go into a reasonable amount of detail explaining the differences. But the ability for where the laces are to open right up means you can get your feet in there quite easily. So they're deemed more casual. On top of the tree, most formal, the laces are stitched underneath the vamp. Therefore, the front of this is closed laces, so the front of the shoe won't open out as much. These are harder to get on. So, closed laces, thin sole, classic Oxford leather shoe. That's what we're talking about. So, one of the main reasons why you really want to invest in a pair of these, especially if you're looking at raising the quality of your shoes and going for a better quality brand, like I've got a pair of these Jones the Bootmakers, and if you want to see where I got them from, I'll put a link in the article underneath this video. You'll be able to see where I got them from. But with a quality brand like Jones, what you'll be able to do is, if you maintain them well, and we get back to the shoe trees, it's just part of looking after your shoes the best you can. What you'll want to do is, as the heels wear down, as the soles wear out, you'll be able to replace them, right? So therefore, you know that you could have, if you invest in a quality pair of shoes, you can have them for a long time. Therefore, a classic design, and you can't get much more classic than the black leather Oxford shoe, they're going to be timeless. You'll be able to wear these in 10 years' time. And apart from the patina of age, which actually is a lovely look in a classic shoe, they're going to last you that sort of length of time if you maintain them properly. So what you don't want, if you're buying or investing in a quality shoe, is you don't want something that's going to date. You don't want something that's uber trendy, it's this season, this fashion, and then next season or the season after, they're going to look dated. You won't have that with classic leather Oxford shoes, which over the past 100 years have actually not changed much in design or appearance. These are the same sort of shoes that you would have got 100 years ago. And so these are going to be good for another 20, 30 years. Not that I'm saying you have to keep your shoes for that long, although Prince Charles is, you know, quite famous for having shoes for a long time, maintaining them, getting them resoled, rehealed. But the key reason why you're going to want a pair of these shoes in your wardrobe is these are going to be the most versatile shoes you could possibly get. No other shoe that I can think of you could wear Monday to Friday to the office in your smart business attire. You could also wear them a bit more casually, dressed down Fridays. You could wear them at the weekend. You can wear them with jeans. Make sure they're not baggy jeans though, right? What you're going to want to wear them with are jeans that are cut in a similar way to your suit trousers. You know, the similar sort of, you know the type, the very slim fitting, just quite elegant, bold coloured jeans, not faded denim. That with a nice shirt and a sports jacket, you look great. But you could also wear them to formal events. So if you want to wear these to a wedding, if you want to wear them to a funeral, not that, you know, yeah. If you want to wear them to an interview, then you're going to have a single pair of shoes that will do absolutely everything for you. You can even, if you're fortunate enough to get invited to a black tie, you know, you invest some time in putting a military shine or take them to a professional shoe shine and get a proper, you know, glossy, almost patent look military shine applied to the whole shoe, and you will absolutely look the part. And people who are in the know, who will see these shoes, they will know that the thing that's made them as glossy and shiny as they have has been time and effort. That's going to set you apart. Otherwise, you know, formal dress shoes, you know, it would be order of the day. So no other shoe is going to be as versatile. So just to recap, they're formal, they've got the slim sole, they've got the closed laces, they're timeless. You know, if you maintain them properly, they will look just as good in 5, 10, even 20 years, depending on how long you want to keep your shoes. And these are going to be the most versatile shoes that you have in your wardrobe. I'm not suggesting that you wear them every day, far from it. Have a rotation. I'll put up another article on rotations, and have a collection. But if you're going to have less pairs, well, even if you're not going to have less pairs, if you're going to have less pairs, you're going to need more versatile shoes. But everybody should have a pair of classic leather Oxford shoes in their wardrobe. Okay, that's enough from me. If you like this video, then please like. Please subscribe, and these videos will get sent to you. And if you haven't got over to the Modern Gentleman website at www.themichelli.com, get yourself over there. There's tons of articles, and get yourself on the mailing list, and any further updates, I'll email them to you. Okay, thank you very much. I'm Steve Mitchell. Goodbye.